So, my neighbor's always watering his lawn, and it's kind of irrigating.
That doesn't even deserve crickets.
Oh, there are. Okay, crickets.
When are we going to start?
You got- Did you hit him again, Earl?
No, I didn't eat him the first time.
Oh, okay.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of the AFoOL podcast. This is episode 122. I'm Earl, aka Mardi Gras Man. We're in Joey's basement. He's over there.
Woohoo!
That's Joey. You know him as BrickTrains. And Jabo is taking some time for himself. So we tried to get the next best thing. Alex wasn't available. So there's Jason from Jason's Bricks and Five.
Dang
I
it.
don't like Lego.
Ouch.
He doesn't right now, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah. He gets to tell that story, doesn't he?
Yep.
So we really appreciate Jason filling in. We're just giving him a hard time.
Yeah. So I see the top 10 podcast producer has joined us.
Yes.
Have you checked the list here lately?
No, have you?
Oh yeah. Now I have to. So I went in to fix the because it's got my wife's name in it.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, we got to fix that, and not that Heather, it has nothing to do with the podcast, but everything you can do on that, including signing up just to be a viewer, you get to see the list, but everything is paid on that site. It is.
What is it?
$20 a month just to do anything. Oh, you want to be a member? $20 a month. Oh, you want to fix your podcast listing? $20 a month. I was like, wow. But yeah, let's see. You guys are now.
Are we down?
No.
Someone paid?
Someone must have paid, yeah.
I didn't realize that's how it worked.
Well, I don't know if that's how it works. You guys, let's see. Is this where we're at? Add to stage. Could you see that? I don't have to hit the button. Everybody see it?
What does that say? Is it 9?
9.
Ooh.
You're number 9 now.
Wow. This is breaking news right here.
Yeah.
One of the ones above you decided not to pay anymore. So
Yeah.
we got bumped.
Well, I guess I ought to look. Are we still 13? 12? 13? We're still 13.
Well, how does
Now-
that work?
Huh?
They moved up one, but we didn't. So
Right,
somebody
I don't
come between us.
Maybe it's
Somebody-
because we talked about them. They're like, hey,
Yeah.
we're talking about our thing. We should promote them. I just got it was the funniest thing. I got some random email. And a lot of times, I don't know if you guys get these things where it's like, hey, we want you to promote this, I don't know, some brick company or some
Right.
whatever, or promote your YouTube channel, all of this kind of nonsense. Well, I saw this and I almost disregarded it, but then I clicked on it and I'm like, wait, this sounds like it's like maybe a kind of a real thing. And I looked at it and it just made me laugh more than anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, where are they? And Alex loves it because I wasn't planning on bringing it up, but he opened up with that one. I'm like, okay, I guess we're milking this a little more.
Keep on milking it. It's fine. But I do want to I want to show you something. So this is the Apple podcast
hey.
list. And I don't know what number we are. I don't even know if these are in any particular order, but I was looking for
You're on there.
somebody. Huh? We're on
You're
there,
on there.
yeah. We're right there, yeah. But I was looking for somebody else. I keep looking.
Yeah, you should keep looking.
I'm gonna keep looking.
I don't know.
So yeah, I'll just keep looking. I think I'm about to end of this joke, but at any rate.
Is this why you really invited me?
Yeah, just to make fun of you about your the number 9 podcast producer now. Yes, very good. Very good.
Oh, wait, this is the listing of common denominator podcasts, not the good podcast.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
you're looking
That's
I don't know.
I have no idea either. Okay. How about this?
Did you check the top food podcast? Maybe we're on that.
No. I hadn't thought about that. That's the only time we get real views. Crazy views.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Crazy. So this
And
is
it's not
episode
Bjork,
122.
by the way.
Nah, I heard that. You heard you said that. I
Okay.
don't know. Well, it's kind of sounded like her. She's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was just some random clip off of Instagram. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, so now I'm going to get monetized for that, right? Demonetized for that. So, random. Any rate, this is our set 122. We've been doing this here lately, Jason, where we whatever the set number is, it matches our episode number. So
And our goal is to make it to the modulars.
yes.
You're gonna have to do a lot more than every other week.
Yeah, we're gonna have to step it up. I think it's gonna have to become a daily short. Get to that number.
So what? Yeah, you're getting further from shorts, just so you know.
Yeah, I know. We keep going.
What are you gonna do when there's two sets? Because they do that with the number where it's two different sets. You got to pick one.
Yeah, I mean it's like Sophie's Choice, then, right? We'll have to.
We might have to do it every week just to keep up with that. We get to like 144 and 144A. We'll go in between week.
Well, or you could do it this way, right? Because sometimes the one set number is like the US version, the other is the European version. You can be like, today's European market gets to watch this episode, and the American market gets to watch this.
So 1969, one of the early battery operated trains.
Yep. So the whole back car was a battery pack, basically.
It is, yeah. That whole back part of the back tender is just the battery box. So it's cool. I don't own it, as you can see. It's on my wanted list. I'm sure Jabbo has a copy of it.
Yeah.
But it's
would that be hard to piece together?
It wouldn't be terrible. I have. That's funny. I have the locomotive, but it's not 122, and it comes in the other set. I can't see the set number from here. This locomotive, the build of that locomotive was it was at least in that set. I think they used it. I think the blue train is very similar to that I have up there. So it was pretty common, but that 122 brick is pretty rare also.
I was gonna say that, and probably the windows, maybe. Are the windows common, or?
I think it's just 1 by 1.
So just clear bricks.
Yeah, I think it's just 1 by 1 clear bricks.
It's not a window piece.
No, but you're right. There was a couple from this era that had the old style windows I think it was in black. I think they were 1 by 2 tall in black, and they're rare as hen's teeth. Hard to get. Well, rare and valuable, right? So they're expensive. That's what makes them hard to get. Spend the money.
Were they on that 40th? The train. What train is it? 7.
Yeah, I think
7619. The one that they redid for the 40-year anniversary.
I think it might be it, but I'm not 100% sure. Because they wouldn't have
7810. Because I think when I pieced it together, I had to substitute the windows for that.
Oh, when you did the original one? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Come on, open up. It's hard.
Yeah, see, I think I substituted for those windows.
Windows there. Yeah. So I have this one. Cool. All right. Well, that was our set of that was our vault set. Set 122.
Set of the episode. You got to come up with a name for it.
The vault set.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not really the vault set. It's the set of the episode number.
The set of the episode. Yeah, I guess we do need a new name for that.
We need a new stinger.
We come up with the stinger. So.
Joey knows a guy who we got to get a new stinger.
I hear he's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And so is the work he produces.
So did you bring a set, you said?
I do have one. And I also, just to be clear, I did bring the Albanese gummies to represent Alex.
Are you trying to get rid of them so Alex can't eat them on the next time you film? you
No,
helping him out?
actually, my daughter made me buy another bag. She liked it so much. So anyway, yeah. So I have a set, and I don't know. Probably a lot of people saw Jabo's video and have an idea why he's not here.
Sure.
With the loss of his sister. So I have a set. It's not a vintage set, but I think it's one that I thought was kind of fitting to the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So it is. I don't know the set number, but it's the Amelia Earhart gift with purchase one.
Oh yeah, that's a good set. Yeah.
So this was a fun little set, and I got a couple of these because I bought a bunch of Lego, of course, and I hadn't ever built one until it was January 2023. I built it. We went up. My grandfather, he turned 100, and the day after his 100th birthday, we were still there. Like most of the family had left, and we built this set. So he actually built this. He'd never built a Lego set in his life, so that was kind of the hook of the video. Like, oh, we're gonna do something legal, right? They don't put on the boxes so much anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Now I guess we have a lot of people over 120 alive. But anyways, never mind. That's a whole nother thing. But anyways, my grandfather, he built this set, and it's the only one he ever built. And it's actually the last time I saw him before he had a stroke and passed away. So it's kind of special to me because
sure,
it's a cool set, yes, but because of that, it means so much more to me than it ever did before. And it was interesting to talk to him because, like, when he was younger, he flew he would build like model planes, and he was in the paper and stuff.
Yeah.
He came out after church on Sundays to watch his flying displays. This was in the 40s, so
wow,
it was a big deal. And he competed in like national championships, but he was a machinist, so he really enjoyed looking at the Lego parts and seeing the intricate detail and the fine workmanship. Like, he really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
and
that is cool.
It was kind of cool. And plus, how many people built this that actually remember when Amelia Earhart went flying? Because he did.
Yeah,
he
right.
being lost.
Wow.
So
that would yeah. So that was pretty cool for him then too, to build something that he could remember. So wow.
Did he have some stories while he was building?
Yeah, I mean, we talked some stuff. This was back when I was trying to keep him to 5 minutes, Earl. So
yeah,
I remember the video. I remember.
Yeah,
the video.
and it's one of it's kind of like a lot of these we've talked about before. A lot of my favorite videos are not my most viewed videos.
Well, that's everybody's.
It's YouTube, yeah.
But it's this is one of those special videos for me just because of what it means. And it's kind of like I guess Jabo's video just got me thinking about it's not about the plastic bricks and whatever you've collected. It's life is about more than that. So,
right.
Yeah. Anyway,
memories.
Yep.
Memories.
So.
Okay, man.
And I'm wearing my shirt for Jabo.
Yes.
There you go.
Awesome. Yes.
Hey, he's on the. Oh, you have a BrickTrain, not an AFoOL. Never mind.
No, I got the BrickTrains. I didn't even have the. Yeah, he's been wearing our AFoOL shirt. I don't. He's not announced that he's going to wear that shirt all year, but I don't know what he's doing. So it's definitely been in a lot of videos here lately. So
yeah.
So I read an article the other day. It was just been a couple days ago. So when this comes out, about a week ago, that the what was it? The Lego Pick-a-Brick, the online Pick-a-Brick for the common bricks, I guess, is back available in North America. I didn't know it was gone.
Well, a lot of them though, they've limited. Like, some of them are limited to like 10, quantity of 10.
Really?
And some are even 100, so it really just depends, because people, I wasn't aware either. I haven't placed an order in a little while, but evidently that was a real problem. People were trying to get some of the, not the best sellers, but the basically whatever shipped from Billund. And yeah.
Well, so these were okay. So these were these were not the ones that were coming from Billund, right? These were the ones that were coming quickly that was not available.
Oh, I thought it was the ones from Billund that weren't available.
Well, let me look and see what
I could be wrong.
No, I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Let me open the link.
I didn't see anything about it. It's kind of like one of those. Oh, I didn't know there was a problem.
I did. Yeah. Lego announced the Lego Pick-a-Brick standard service is now live again for your perusal.
And I think standard are not the best sellers.
Okay.
That's
So
how
those are the ones that could. So these are the ones that are coming. Okay. All right. Huh. I wonder what the problem was.
I wonder if it
Again,
was
I
just,
didn't notice.
I wonder if it's just some kind of glitch on the online or something that they had to shut it down and repair it.
Glitch, or
You mean Lego had software issues?
Yeah. We can relate.
I bet their app is fine.
It'll be fine.
Oh, could you
Maybe that's
imagine?
what it was. They were creating an app to order parts.
I was about to say, could you imagine if there was a Lego app to order? It would probably crash monthly.
I wonder, actually, this is total speculation, but what if they were doing some sort of connection between Bricklink parts and Pick-a-Brick Online parts?
We have speculated about that ever since Lego bought Bricklink. Like, when is that shoe going to drop?
I know we're worried about how are they going to ruin it, but
right, exactly, yeah. Or my biggest concern is Lego going to create a Bricklink store?
Yeah.
Right. If they just open up a Bricklink store and have all of the availability that they have, behind them, that could hurt other. I don't know that it hurt, but it could definitely it could drive the pricing in the market for Bricklink. Because they wouldn't drive the price down, but they could actually
they could flood it. They could flood the market.
They could very well. So, but I don't know that they're going to do that, because it doesn't seem to me like. Well, there's two things. One, I think Bricklink is too variable for Lego to depend on. I think the that pop-up store thing that I famously bought the ant farm out of.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, they may have thought about it, and then when they did that pop-up store, it's like, wait a minute, people actually do this? This is ridiculous.
Right.
And we're going to pass on this business model.
Well, and they said that they went through and picked pop-up models or mocks that they were comfortable that there would be enough parts available for those to, for people to buy them and stuff. And I know when I did the ant farm, that big clear piece is kind of a limited part. So the availability of that wasn't, I mean, there were plenty of them, but that's a part that, you don't just see thousands of them in bunches of stores. So I don't know. I think Lego is going to kind of stay away from that pick-a-brick thing.
Well, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I will say this. When I was in the store, I want to say in January, I saw the manager. So the old legacy store we have here that's got the really great pick-a-brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
It's a newer manager. He's been there, I don't know, 6, maybe 9 months at this point. I actually really am impressed with him. His big thing he's pushed is the pick-a-brick wall.
Cool.
And it's been interesting because, and he actually watches my channel a little bit, and Alex's. I don't know if he watches you guys. He may not go down to 13. But, it's kind of cool. He doesn't have a Lego background. I think he was the manager of the IKEA, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think he is, at least on some level, an AFoOL.
Okay.
And so the one thing he has made a concerted effort to push is the pick-a-brick wall. And he's ordered really great stuff and always keeps it really well stocked and organized and all of this. And, it was interesting because he told me some of the rules about why, like, the big trans satellite dishes are on the bottom and other parts. Lego has specific rules, like it has to be a certain size because it's a choking hazard the smaller they get.
Oh.
If you go and you notice big pieces are on the bottom, that's why. So there were things like that were kind of interesting that he'd told me about, which I wasn't aware of. I mean, I'd never thought about it, but I was like, oh, yeah, that's why the plates are always at the bottom and the little tiny flowers are at the top. But
that's pretty
cool.
Did
say something in January, and I just put this together as we were talking, and I wonder if this is related. He said there's not going to be any new parts that we can order until probably April. And so I wonder if they were having some sort of production issue. Because he said we're going to have parts, but it's not going to be new parts. So he made it sound like really kind of what we have now is kind of what we're going to have the next couple months.
Is it a production issue? Is it we're going to sell what we need to get rid of these before we start putting new varieties.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe Lego has to sell out some inventory, because they did so poorly in their finances last year.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them.
I did too. I mean, you guys kept saying billions of dollars. It was actually billions of kroners.
Yeah.
Might as well. Difference. Yeah.
Oh, I know. It's I think 6.5.
Is it 6.5?
I want to say. I'm trying to remember when I was there, but it's been a couple years.
So I had heard the pick-a-brick wall was kind of up to the managers of the store, that they could manage it themselves, which just sounds like that's what that guy's doing, or Lego or the computer or whatever, SAP in the background, would manage it for them. So yeah, it's interesting to hear that they're going to be. So when you say they're not going to get any new parts, you're just going to get the same stock, or are they just not going to get restocked?
It didn't sound like they were not going to have parts, just that they weren't going to get any new style of parts, like new piece of types, I guess.
Okay.
So, yeah. And the other part that's interesting, because I don't know if you've noticed this, the new stores, because we've got, a newer one here and the one up in Idaho, I've been there. They have a much smaller pick-a-brick wall.
I've just noticed that from
all going to.
Is the store footprint smaller? So there's not as much retail space. So
not really. I don't think it is. It's just, I think, a concerted decision that Lego has made. You know what? We're not going to do that. Which, personally, I don't understand, because if that's the thing, I mean, for me, that's a big driver to go to the store when I was, especially when I was going and getting those parts. But if they don't have any, I'm not going to see new Marvel sets. I've already seen them all online and know I don't want them,
Have you seen them online, or have you seen them in Alex's basement?
Well, so that brings up.
I had to sign papers. I can't say.
Yes. So it brings up a good point. Who is the stores catering to? Are they catering to AFoOLs? There's probably certain stores that cater to AFoOLs more than others, especially if there's a group around, like a lug of some kind. I could see where they would want to cater more to that lug, by keeping their pick-a-brick wall. But if it's a store where, lots of grandmas and aunts and uncles are coming in and I just need because we're at the mall and I need a gift or something, then they don't care about that pick-a-brick wall at all. So, I could see where trimming it down maybe a sign that it's not making as much money.
It's not that I go to the store that often, but I always see kids filling up the boxes.
Yep, and they don't care what's there. They'll fill it up with trans satellite dish and doors without the the frames without the doors that go in it. Or
no, you're right about that. Dakota go in and he'll get pick-a-brick wall. I mean,
and they don't care about. They don't want to take an hour and stack them like old people. We got to maximize that $20. A kid, they just grab and they're just putting crap in there and then they move on.
Oh yeah, the last one we went to and it had Dakota, he put about a dozen pieces in there and he said, "I'm good." No, you're not. We're gonna keep working at this. So mom and dad had to help him through it.
Yeah. So maybe that's it. They're like just weeding out the old guys.
Maybe.
So look, Jason, I went to to my store a few weeks, probably about, I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks before Mardi Gras, and I haven't even done a haul on this.
We're getting some rare footage, Joey.
Yeah, I know it.
Make sure
behind the scenes. What?
You see
minifig? They're black spacemen or dark blue. Dark blue.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you that, Jason, because
I guess now they don't care.
I guess they didn't, and I felt bad. I felt awkward, so I asked the kid, and he was like, "You just want that torso?" I said, "Well, I'm gonna grab a couple pants." So I think I got like 10 legs and 5 legs and 10 torsos. But that was the only thing I bought, by the way.
So how'd you do that?
So I saw they had the torso, so I was gonna make my 3 figs, and then there was one of the employees walking around. I said, "Look, if I just want these torsos, can I get?" He says, "Yeah, you can get 15 of them. That's the only one you want?" I said, "Pretty much."
Yeah, it
And
doesn't have to be a full figure.
Right,
It's
and
just
I had
15 parts.
no idea you could do that until I don't know if you and Alex were talking about it on one of your breaking newses.
Yeah, because I got 15 chickens for him.
Yeah.
See, I mean, he bought 15, well, whatever, 10 torsos and 5
Yeah.
legs, and you bought 15 chickens. It's
Yeah.
like that's not equal. That
He
doesn't
doesn't
mass
want
balance.
chickens.
Well, I guess, yeah. The chickens are important.
I feel bad for the people that are stuck with the 3 year ago Chinese New Year tile. That thing's
Yeah.
never going to go away. There's these things that they get
Yeah.
stuck at the bottom. It's like no one's ever buying that.
Yeah. Do you think they ever clean that out? Do they ever just say, "Hey, okay, it's January. Let's just clean it out and start over"?
No.
No. They just keep adding to it.
Yep.
Keep adding to it, add to it, add to it. So we were talking about Dakota a few minutes ago, but they had the new Bluey sets out, or they're not out, but they're coming out. They've got pictures released and stuff.
Yep.
So Dakota is a fairly big fan of Bluey. Pretty much every time he comes up, we get him after school a couple days a week or whatever. Anyway, Bluey will inevitably end up on some TV or whatever watching it. And I said, "Hey, they have some new Bluey sets out." Oh yeah, I want to see those. I pulled up the pictures, and he literally just went, "Nah."
Really?
I'm like, "Wait, you're the target market here for Lego.
Well,
that
maybe
ain't saying much."
He's got to wait till Alex reviews them.
Well, that could be. If Alex says it's good, he might be all right with it. I don't know.
Well, are you sure he's a big Bluey fan? Because I remember a few episodes ago you were talking about how he leaves and you keep watching it.
Well, that is a true statement there. We may end up with the Bluey sets just because I like them. But yeah,
I have never seen an episode of Bluey.
Really?
Never.
Oh,
No,
wow.
me neither.
I don't know. I don't know. It's an Australian dog or something. I don't really know.
Yeah, Blue Heeler. Well, it's really, my daughter has a Blue Heeler, so they have a Bluey dog, and they are nuts. They're brain damaged. This dog is crazy. He's a wheeze. So, I have like this massive paragraph that I've put in the show.
Yeah, it's kind of like you might as well talk about it. This is like an Alex rant.
Well, and I don't want it to come off as a rant because
I'm telling you, I read that, Joey, and I was like, so what does that mean?
I didn't get the notes, so I don't know what we're talking about.
Oh, you don't have the show notes?
No.
You didn't. Well, he put it in the he put it in our chat.
Do you need me to send you the link again?
I'm pretty sure he did. Or did you put it in the Bricky News chat, or did you put it in the AFoOL chat?
I don't know. I'm getting ready to put it in the Breaking News chat.
Man, it was
because
I don't have my phone on me.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll just be surprised and react.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to. Now I've lost. There you go.
Make it good.
Okay, so we're talking about the earnings report and from Lego, and all the money and stuff. So and some of the things they're going to do in the future or are doing now, and one of them they were talking about, and I think you guys might have touched on it on your podcast, is the certified mass balanced plastic. Right.
Yeah, I asked about that in our chat. I remember asking, like, what the heck is that? Because Alex had sent it. I'm like, what does this mean? And then you put in some.
I think I did. I put a paragraph in there too.
Yeah.
So
Earl and my eyes glazed over, and we're like, all right, I'll wait for.
Well, that's what I don't. Funny. I don't want to do that here either. I don't want everybody to just go, okay.
What's your channel? I don't care.
Yeah. So when you think of mass balanced, what does that term sound like it means to you? What does that mean to you? Anything?
If there's a couple different ingredients, the majority of the ingredients are a particular.
It sounds like a fancy way of, trying to say, hey, we're gonna, be concerned about the environment and recycle or something like that.
Yeah.
How that sounds to me. So
yeah, we do mass balance. It's actually an accounting term. So I'm not 100% sure why they're using it this way. We mass balance our plastic all the time, but it doesn't mean that we use, well, I'll put recycle and virgin material in, and my boss says, well, you gotta mass balance it. but he's not saying I got to put 50-50 in, right? He just saying that whatever I put in, I had better have all of it on the other side in either good material or scrap material, something that's off grade. And that's what we call mass balance. So that's where we get it. I get it as an accounting term. I'm afraid that people are going to look at that and they're going to say, hey, Lego is great. They're going to use French fry oil, used up McDonald's French fry oil, not McDonald's, I don't know, whoever, French fry oil, and have half their plastic is going to be made out of this. But that's not what it said. And it doesn't necessarily mean that even if it's certified mass balance, it doesn't mean, it means they get to dictate what they're going to do. But once they use, and it does kind of say this in there, that whatever they create with that plastic that has the oil in it, the cooking oil, they're only going to use a small percentage of that in the total plastic that they produce. So it's, to me, it is a PR thing. They're just saying something that just, oh, that's great. That's awesome. We're really trying to.
Are you
help
saying
the
they're
environment.
virtue signaling? That doesn't happen.
Yes, I think so. Yeah. The other problem to that is there is only so much used cooking oil in the world, and I don't know the total number of pounds or kgs that Lego produces, but I bet it's way more than the cooking oil to produce that.
Yeah.
So
it's just funny. I've never seen a company that uses a product like a material as their main product that they sell, yet they seem to loathe that product.
right.
It's like, we hate plastic. That's our whole business. Well, we still hate it. I don't know. It is a
no, and they've gone down this road where they've said that they're going to try, they're trying to be better at at plastic and stuff. And a lot of times what you'll find is that a lot of this plastic stuff, especially when you start trying to turn trash like food recycled cooking oil back into something that's actually usable, the carbon footprint that you put out, and I'm not a big tree hugger, but it takes so much resources to turn that back into something usable that can be put back into plastic, that you're creating this bigger problem or contributing to this bigger problem than if you just went ahead and just used the virgin material and just sucked it up, Buttercup. It's what it is. I mean, now I think they get away with a lot more of that when the rubber pieces. And I got to thinking about that too, because I had actually talked to an engineer at work about this, and I told him the whole thing, this, and the engineer is a Lego fan too. So I told him, I said, did you read the financial from Lego? He just kind of looked at me like, no, why? Did they make a bunch of kroner? I said, yes, but I said that we talked about this, and he's like, I can't tell you what he really said. But it was pretty much along the lines as, that's stupid. So that just, because it's just PR crap. But I do think they can use it like more in the rubber. So like the tires, the plants, the things like that. I think there's way more opportunity for them to use recycled materials versus just the brick, right? The solid, because this is an engineered product. It has to meet a certain tolerance. It has to meet certain specs. It has to be baby proof. So could you imagine if this was made out of French fries? It smells like French fries. It's like, that's all I need is my dog wanting to chew on it as it is. I can't imagine if it smelled like French fries.
Yeah, for sure.
So anyway,
there is a lot of fast food in the US, and there is a lot of those companies that pick up oil, drop off clean oil.
Well, and so there's the thing, right? It is already being picked up. You're right. That is a big industry, and especially in the United States. Somebody's picking it up. Somebody's making money at that already. So for Lego to be another company that wants to tap into that market, they need a stable feedstock supply. They need to know I have they used to order for a company that I used to work for. So they would place an order for transparent material, and there was an expectation that was going to be available. So the company had to make sure that they could make those products that they were wanting. So the same thing happens here. If they order X number of French fry oil parts, then you're now competing against that. So
What if they're only using that for one? They've got all these molds and they create hundreds of different parts, hundreds of thousands of different parts. What if they're only using the oil to produce one or two of
could
and
be.
then
Could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore if it used to Lego, and this has been a while back, like in the 80s, that I know that they used to make where's my colors right here. Lego had those colors in the pellet form, and they would make, like, if they had blue, they had blue pellets. If it was red, it was red pellets. But my understanding is now is they use the base ABS, which is like a milky, it's not clear, but it's milky white kind of color, and then they add the color additives as they're going, which is a more efficient way and stuff to do it. So yeah, I wonder where they're going to introduce now their recycled material that's, partly food grade cooking oil. I don't know. To me, I just like, all the logistics, all the headaches you guys are going to introduce to yourself just to say you're saving the planet, sort of, with your plastic toys.
Yeah.
Any rate.
Maybe they'll use it to make the liner for the paper bags.
Oh, don't get me started on that either. I don't even want to. I don't even want to. Let's put plastic in our bags and our paper bags. All right, what else did I got on the list here? What we at on time?
I saw the 90s retro sets fan vote.
Okay.
I didn't see when it was coming available, but have you looked at those sets yet?
Let me pull it up right now.
One of them,
this is the 90s, not the 80s.
Yeah, one of them I'm really sad that Jabo's not here. But on the other side, I know Jabo's take is going to be like my take. It's like, it's right up our alley. They're never going to do it, so not going to get my hopes up. You'll see which one it is when you're going across them. But I didn't notice on there when the votes are going to be available.
Yeah, I'd have to read it. I didn't look that close.
So it's most
Forrest
of them.
Gump.
Yeah, like that one's just too plain for me. I like Forrest Gump, but
yeah, I'm not a big Wallace and I'm not a
me neither.
That's just
me neither.
Oh yeah,
Buffy?
I saw the Buffy the Vampire. I saw talking about that.
But Alex might want that because he is getting the Twilight House. I mean,
is there a Twilight and Buffy crossover? That would be awesome.
Now the Mighty Ducks, I like the Mighty Ducks, but look at the last one,
Mr. Bean.
That's one of Jabo's favorites.
Oh,
and that's a really good looking set, but I don't think there's going to be enough people who appreciate Mr. Bean.
So, yeah, I'm not a kid of the '90s, so my nostalgia.
Not a kid of the '90s,
but you were alive.
I was alive.
But see, that's more of an adult deal. The dry humor that's not really
Mr. Bean,
kid of the '90s.
That's true.
So which of these do you think will win?
I think the Wallace and Gromit, or I don't even know, what is it? Wallace and who?
Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of that, but I think that one's going to be has a good chance.
It does look good. It's not a bad looking set.
No,
and probably Buffy.
See, that's what I thought. I thought it would be a Buffy. There would be a big enough group of people that were Buffy fans to, but I don't even know what that scene is. Is that
I think it's a library or something. I saw a video they were talking about. I guess they're rebooting that series, they were saying.
Oh.
I never watched any of it. I don't know.
Me neither.
No.
All I know about it is I think Pee Wee Herman was one of the bad vampires.
Do they sparkle?
And even that I don't know. I don't think so.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I think Paul Rubens was in it, but yeah, they were talking about that, and so they were speculating that could get some excitement for it.
Is the Mighty Ducks, that is a Disney property, is it not?
Yes.
So that, to me, I think, I think either the Mighty Ducks, only because it's going to be easier for them to produce with the licensing, because I'm sure they've already got Disney, on speed dial. Hey, but I do think the Vampire, and I guess this is also fan voted. So,
well, and I wonder, because I look at these like, I like the Mr. Bean set, but none of these are like, oh, I got to go out and vote for that. And I wonder if there's going to be apathy and the Buffy people win or something. I don't know.
That could be. It very well could be. Nobody. Yeah.
If I remember, I'll vote for the Mr. Bean. But I know I'm one person that's not gonna. It's not gonna skew the spectrum or anything.
Right. So it does cast your vote here. So when do we get to cast our vote? You have one vote left.
I think you can vote now, it looks like.
Well, let's see if I log in.
Looks like it's
Hang on, let me do something here. Let me remove that while I sign in, because I don't know what.
You want to dox yourself?
I don't know what is again.
It's
okay, so I'm signed in.
You just got to remember to edit it out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right, so who am I going to vote for? In fan.
You said Mr. Bean.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Bean.
No, that's Buffy.
I can't move the mouse. Okay, Mr. Bean. Vote for this. Let's do it. There, I did it. Woo!
Good job.
I'm not sure what we
this is compelling content right here.
It is.
Did you watch Mr. Bean, Jason?
Yeah, I've seen Mr. Bean. I've seen that episode. It's pretty funny.
And he said a lot of that was he did a lot of his own stunts because filming technology wasn't then what it is now. Yeah. So he had no choice.
Yep. Yeah. No, I thought Mr. Bean was a funny show. I remember the movie. That was good. So.
Okay. Well, I could play a stinger.
You can?
Oh,
I can, because we're going to go to another segment here.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. How about something crazy on eBay?
Yeah. Woo. Wow. Crazy.
So one of the things that I found on eBay that I thought was pretty cool, now I think it may have been a scam, but this wooden duck. So see, is this the original? Yeah, it looked like it sold for $14,000. I thought, wow,
crazy.
Yeah, well, perfect, right? But if you scroll back to the top now, it says it's been relisted. So that means somebody either didn't pay or something went wrong. But at any rate,
maybe they thought it came with the Holy Grail. I see the description there.
Oh yeah, maybe.
You get the duck and the Holy Grail. I'll buy that. I'm an Indiana Jones fan.
Well, Joey, I'm sure you have those two little box sets that are next to the duck.
Let me see. Yeah, probably.
So I figured you could get half of that for those two sets you have.
Sure. Yeah. Those. No.
That's about what they cost at Atlantic Brick Co. when I was there.
Really?
No, not quite, but they did have a few that were expensive.
See, and to me, the value of though, I have so many of them now that the value to me is not worth it. They have to be cheap anymore, or it has to be something that I absolutely do not have. There are a few that I do not have, either in Samsonite version or these system ones here, the European versions. But yeah, I won't pay more than $20 or $30 anymore for them. So
yeah,
they're
hard to find for that.
They are extremely hard to find. So there are 3 right now on eBay that I've been kind of looking at, but I'm more looking at them because one's like $115 and the other's it's like $76 for the same thing. So I'm like, okay, let's see if either one of them ever sell. And I'm guessing they won't. Here's one that I thought was kind of interesting. $1,500, and it's just the the book. You get I think you get the instructions. Yeah, you get the instructions.
So you get sealed bags and the instructions, but no box.
But
No,
no
you
box.
get a box, just not the box.
Right.
Not the box. Yeah, there's the box you get. And these are live bids right now. 37 bids to up to $1,500.
What?
That's what it says. Put that one on the mountain. See if Alex can guess that one. I haven't looked it up to see what it's actually going for. I just thought it was kind of interesting that it's, how did it get this way? That we lost the original box, but we have all the bags. And do we
Maybe
have
the
all
box
the
was-
bags?
Instruction booklets?
Huh?
Does that set have 2 instruction booklets?
Yeah, it's
Oh, so
2 of
it's
2
sealed.
right there.
It's just it's sealed without the box. Okay.
Yeah,
I
but
missed
does that
part, so.
is that really sealed? I mean, again, the parts
Bags are sealed.
Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't say the set is sealed. It says the bags are sealed. So how much is one of those? How much is a new one of those with the box?
Well,
Look
let
that
me-
up.
I want to say it's like 16 or 1800 bucks. Alex would probably say 450 and fall off the mountain, but you know.
You need to continue to do CMS for him. Those really blow his mind.
What is the number? 10182. I was like, what happened here?
What you should do, Jason, is you should pick 3 figs out of his case that he doesn't even know he has. You know what?
Look, it's in my. I don't have it in my store. Talk about compelling. Okay, here we go. We're getting closer. View price guide. Okay. Wow, one sold for $3,000 in the last 6 months. That's new. What we were assuming sealed.
Well,
But
what's the average?
Average is 1,700, so it's right at the average right now.
And that's the
Yeah,
Cafe
I didn't
Corner,
realize
right?
they were sealed at first, so it's not horrible.
I guess not. So maybe it wasn't as
Crazy.
yeah, thank you, as I thought. It still seems to me, because it's not. I don't know.
Do we
It
need
seems
another stinger? Wow, disappointing.
disappointing. Oh, you want disappointing? Here's disappointing. This set sold, and I got the email the morning. I got up in the morning. I got it, and I was like, "Oh wow, that's I got 125. It's a Samsonite. It's the Canadian version because it's in French. That this is cool. It sold for $8.
Wow.
8. Yeah. Wow.
You let that go?
I didn't. It was gone before I got to it. I did. I immediately, as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh, buy now." No, buy. Not gone. $8. $8. I know you guys are looking at that going, so it's
No, but that's your thing.
tape. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and it's one I don't have. Right, so it is
Yep.
something that I was very much in.
And they made 4 times their money. Look at that.
Yeah.
$199.
Yep, $199. Those would be Canadian dollars. I look at that; it's got bricks in it and everything. It's honestly, it's not. And then this was the other thing. This piece of paper here, even though it's got the little piece detached, is it's probably worth the $8 just
You know what's crazy is we look at these old sets and we're kind of like young kids at Christmas. You ever spent a lot of money on a gift for your child or your grandson or whatever, and all they want to do is play with the box. They don't care what's inside the box.
Right.
Yep.
It happens. All right, so that was our eBay stuff. Really expensive duck, an average creator set, and disappointing Samsonite set.
Yeah.
Oh well. What was that? Was that me? I did something. All right. Well,
We got Jason. Jason brought some news to the table.
Yep.
okay.
So what do we think with Lego becoming Mega Construct? They're taking all their properties. Star Trek.
Yeah.
Now they're taking Pokemon.
Oh, that's true.
What they're doing, they're seeing stuff that sells, and
Yeah.
just they're probably outbidding for the licensing.
How long has it been? When did Mega Constructs? How recent were they making Pokemon? Is that like
They're making it until December of 2025 is what I saw online today.
Is that what it said? Okay. Yeah, because the Lego Pokemon's not till 2026. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're still making the Pokemon.
That's what it said online. I mean, I don't know. It could be wrong, but
Well, it's on the internet. It has to be right.
Now, do you think they go
we're
to
on the internet, so we have to be right then.
do you think they go to conventions and they see what's people are building, whether it's using rebrickable models or building their own mocks and realizing that they're missing something?
I think corporate America, managers and VIP or vice presidents and presidents of marketing and stuff are so arrogant they think they know better. Now, in this case, they might be right. The Pokemon might be a real good one for them, but is Pokemon still as popular as it used to be?
I think so.
I think so.
Okay.
I think it is.
I think it's going to be better than Fortnite and these other things.
Yeah.
You think of how long it's been around, and so I used to be into sports card collecting, and occasionally I'll get some videos pop up, and now I'm starting to see Pokemon card videos pop up in my feed about, I don't know, a $2 million Charizard or I don't know, whatever these things are.
Right. Yeah.
I never watched it, but they have a game store over here, and they have one night a week where they have a Pokemon tournament. My son's hoping that. So,
is that what's popular? Is it the Pokemon Go or the Pokemon card game, or is there?
The card game I think is what it originally came off of. This is really great when a bunch of old guys start talking about something they know nothing about.
Yeah.
But we're gonna just go with it. So, cards I think is how it started,
Yeah.
and then there was the TV show, and then the app thing came. But the cards have been around the whole time.
I think the app thing kind of got everybody re-energized with it, maybe.
Yeah, and they've got the video games on Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because my son would always have to have those. I don't know, the Ruby
Game
this,
Boy.
Emerald
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a real thing.
So I mean, I have 3 generations very close to me, right? I got me, my daughter, and my grandson, and there ain't none of them that Pokemon nothing. So there's no apps, no cards, no. So I am really disconnected from it. That's why I was wondering how, because it seemed like to me like Lego went behind. They were kind of behind the curve when it came to Fortnite. It seemed like it kind of went in popular and then it leveled off, and then all of a sudden Lego's like, "Oh, we have a llama. We're Fortnite." I was like, "Okay, that was yesterday."
Yeah.
So I didn't know if Pokemon was kind of the same way.
Maybe they read their quarterly reports and they're like, "What are we going to do with all these billions of kroner?
Maybe.
Let's buy some Pokemon."
Or maybe they got some IPs cheap and they didn't get their return, so they went out and paid for this one.
Could be.
Maybe.
I still wonder this dark horse rumor of a Star Trek. I still think it'll be. I will be shocked and in awe if they actually come out with anything with Star Trek.
You don't think it's coming, huh?
I don't know. I mean, I get it that Blue Brick lost it, but there's not really been anything indicating that Star Trek has gone to Lego. I think we started the rumor more than anybody else. I mean, you look at all the people that have talked about it, and it's like, didn't Alex or Jabbo just say that? I mean, and Jabbo poured it on when it came to because some of the ways I was like, oh man, you're really pouring it on, Ben. And then there were several people that are kind of still in his circle, of influence that were like talking about it. I was like, I just watched his videos or Alex's or whatever, or your guys' podcast or ours, or whatever. But I just felt like it was.
I heard about it from somewhere else. So.
Okay.
Anyways, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. What do you think, Earl? Do you think they're coming out with Star Trek or not?
I do.
I do. I think they are. I don't know.
I will be shocked and in awe. But I bet it won't be this year though.
But I don't know if it's going to be
Friday.
I know. I saw that.
I don't think it's going to be a whole line. I think it's going to be one set.
I think it's going to be one set.
And I think the one set's going to be, it's going to be Star Wars fans. You're going to have 40% of the people who love it and 60% of the people who hate it, and tell you everything that's wrong with it and why did they do it if that's what they're going to do.
Right. Yeah.
I just hope there's no helmet holes. That's all.
But all those people who hate it and complain about it are still going to buy it because they're Trekkies.
Yep.
Not that I'm going to buy it, but
well, you can sell your figures on Whatnot.
yeah.
Make $1 bazillion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. I'm not holding my breath. All right, Earl. Shall we start doing some, oh, wait a minute.
Wait, we have some other stuff.
Are you ready, Earl? It's time for some foolish comments.
I don't like them.
You want me to autograph that?
I end up getting snarky, and I'm surprised they keep reaching out to.
I'm not happy.
It's not even funny.
It's not even funny. Sorry, what else do we got?
I sent that up.
Do that again. Have to do that again.
Okay, yeah. We're not doing the comments thing again. No. We're not repeating last month or weeks.
So I saw this video, and I sent you a clip of it, so you can show it in a second here. I'll set it up so everyone kind of knows what it is. So, it's not just old weird people like us and little kids that like Lego. There's, some people that are successful and even famous that are into Lego.
Okay.
Right. Like when we were at Brick World Chicago last year, Joey, we saw Evan Turner of the Indiana Pacers there.
Yeah.
I've seen David Beckham talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's different people. So I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw there was an interview where they were interviewing Yvette Nicole Brown. She's most famous for her role in Community, I think. If you go to her IMDb page, it's like she's been in like hundreds of things. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But she was talking about her Lego and how she loves it and then what she does with it. And I thought it was interesting. So I sent this. You can share it and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
So when I build it and I don't feel a nostalgic, sentimental thing, I will break it up, put it into the huge Ziploc bags and give it to Goodwill because there's some kid that can't afford it that would love the chance to build it. So I put all of the instructions in there and all the pieces and someone else can have the joy.
When I heard her say, I've sent it to Goodwill, I was like, I know who shops at Goodwill.
The problem with that is probably the stuff she's talking about is the stuff that Goodwill handpicks out and puts online and gets their money back for them.
Well, it's all bagged with the instructions and everything, like she said. So
that was good. That was funny.
Yeah,
that was funny. Oh man, I hope Jabba watches this episode now. I'll have to send him a link to the time date. Okay.
So are you gonna edit? Are you gonna edit and put the comment stinger here?
Oh no, no,
play it again.
No.
Just play it again.
Do it.
Oh, you guys are killing me here.
Are you ready, Earl? It's time for some foolish comments.
I don't like them.
You want me to autograph that?
I end up getting snarky, and I'm surprised they keep reaching out to.
I'm not happy.
It's not even funny.
It's not even funny.
That's not even funny. I don't know if Joe is being.
There you go, Jason.
What's the timestamp? I need to know for next week.
I don't know. It sounds like Joey's live saying that. Okay. Okay. Our buddy Alex News. That was some good. How does Alex's? Do you pin his comment? Because his comment is always first.
No, I don't pin anybody's comments. So.
Does that mean
you got them alphabetical?
No. His comment is always at the top of the comment.
Are you reading them newest to oldest or oldest to newest?
No, because it says 10 days ago, 9 days ago, 11 days ago.
So you're probably reading.
Do you have it sorted by top 10 podcasts?
Yeah.
And then
Top 9.
So I've got 4 comments, and then I have comments by members, and then I go back to regular comments. I'm telling you, this guy, he's all over the place.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, he is a big deal, so
Well,
he
found
probably
that
gets
out,
flagged and put right at the top. Okay, so Alex Noons, that was some good land commentary. What I need to remember when I read troll comments is that for every troll, there's a large number of true fans of my content. I didn't know Jabo applied to the land. For what it's worth, I think Jabo would be an awesome ambassador. He's someone who would bring a lot of unique perspectives to the brand. Will you apply? Will you apply again, Jabo? Well, he'll have to answer that, but I wonder if he could get a letter of recommendation from Alex.
I don't know. He's applied. So the story that I know, yeah, he needs to tell the story. But the story as I know it is he's applied twice, and you're only allowed to apply 3 times.
Yeah. Ty Novell, aka Tylenol. Joey talking about plastics and how it works should be a segment on this podcast. No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't.
We had that. It wasn't
good.
I mean, it's fine. Sorry.
No, it wasn't good.
Gears and Bricks. The folks working in the archives in the year 4000 AD. Commander, we're receiving a transmission on a pre-imperial frequency. Put it through. Music plays. Yellow oval floats across the ancient glowing plate, and 3 ancient humans come into frame.
Wait, are we saying that the first contact is going to be one of Joey's jokes?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, this was not an advanced species.
Gears and Bricks. What had me dying so hard that I had to pause the TV was when Earl replied to the first part of the comments. Yeah, this should be 6 different comments, not one giant long one. And Joey replied, "Don't argue with our commenters, Earl."
Yeah.
Battery powered bricks. That's our buddy Brian. He says,
Brian,
I'm getting pretty bad about commenting. I always watch these when I'm driving. Same for your competitor. That would be you.
Yeah.
But I always watch them to the end. That also leaves more space for folks to comment that don't have their own outlets or neglected new YouTube channels to speak their minds. The Discord has been great so far. We have 2 moderators, not counting me, and it's been really civil. I'm glad I mentioned the Discord at the end of the video. That helps to keep trolls to a minimum.
Yeah.
If I were to join the podcast at this point, it would be like breaking news. I wouldn't have anything Lego to talk about. Life is good, and the break has been really good for me so far. Oh, that's good. That's what you need sometime. And did you guys talk about any on the last one?
Yes.
Talk about any what?
Did
Lego.
you?
Oh, Lego. Oh.
We did.
I don't know. I think
Yeah,
I heard Tim Tams about 40 times. And
Well,
I was going to put a
We
comment.
built that Lego set. We were going to build and review, and we only built it. We didn't review it.
I was going to comment, Tim Tams are so good, we just discontinued them.
Oh man. So Brian, I think is so he just put a members only video out. So yeah, I think he's gonna more permanent call it quits.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's taking his memberships down as the way I understood it, and then he's just going to focus on his health more. He said he's not giving up completely, but yeah, it sounded like he was,
still going to enjoy the hobby, just not worry about the video.
Yeah, I think he's just going to step away from YouTube. YouTube can be well, it's not YouTube. It's whatever your brain wants you to do. But yeah, you can get yourself really kind of caught up into having to meet deadlines and all self-imposed, right? So
yeah,
and it sounds like he needs I think one of his stress is a trigger for him, and it can definitely be stressful, especially if you impose a 2 video a week, whatever deadline.
5-minute videos in 5 minutes or less.
Yeah, things like that. So
you just got to get to the point where you don't worry about it. You say where I do videos in 5 minutes or less, and they're all 8 or 9 minutes.
That's right.
Nobody cares.
I do a video as long as I want.
That's right.
That's right.
And
We
then when
watch
I've had
them all.
enough, I'll start making 5 minutes again just to show you, Earl.
Unusual lapis ad tempus.
Sure.
Wait,
One of us
no,
is
it's-
supposed to
no,
be
it's-
following along, right?
No,
to help.
it's unus lapis ad tempus. Unus lapis ad tempus.
Sounds
Is
like
that-
a Harry Potter spell.
Yeah.
I got to know the manager at my local Lego store. He's a great guy, and I can't say enough positive things about him. I was talking to him about people who don't want the GWP. I've heard several people deny the gift with purchase. I asked the manager about people that deny them. He mentioned that they set those aside and will randomly give them to little kids that may need a smile. I work in education, so after hearing that, my respect for the manager quadrupled.
Yep.
Now hear people turn down the gift with purchase, I get a smile on my face. Well, that's a good.
So make
good
sure
way
when
to
you
use
take Dakota, just take him in frowning.
There you go. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, we were talking about, we talked about I don't know if you guys talked about it on your podcast or not, but the VIP points where like Ryan, M&R Productions got his points stolen. And I think, I think there was some confusion on my part because me and Jabba were talking about it. And we were talking about how you get your parts stolen. Then I showed my number and I had to blur it out and all that stuff. And then I think it was in our chat that somebody was saying that
an email.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I've never done the email, but I've always had my card with me, so
Yeah,
I've never had them ask me for my email. Well, usually
they always ask at my store, "What's your email?" And I just show them because I have it on my wallet, my digital wallet.
Right,
and they scan it, and that's it.
That's it. So, but they're not using your email to verify anything. Because they can look it up based on your email.
Yeah, they just say, "What's your email?" and you put it in, and that's how you earn points. But that's also how you redeem points.
Redeem them. Okay,
and they'll tell you, "Oh yeah, you have enough for $35, or you can buy the whole thing. Do you want to use them all?"
Right. So it's become yeah. So now there's two vectors of attack there that you can use in the store against somebody, which is not good. That Lego needs.
For all I know, they may be able to look you up by name, right?
They might.
I mean, if they can look off of other points, why not?
If that's the case, you could just be hanging around the counter and hear somebody give their email address, and when they say they have a lot of points, no, I'm going to save them. Then go back later that evening or the next day and.
And that's I think that was Jabbo's whole point is that if you're using BrickTrains at gmail.com because that's my public email address, right? Which is not my email address for my VIP points, but all you would have to know. Well, yeah, no, it has, my VIP points way predates that, but yeah, I mean, how hard is it to just, go in there and tell them that, and all the Lego store, they're close to customer service. They seem to just be happy and very agreeable. Oh yeah, here you go. So, be careful with your VIP.
Well, when you started talking about when Alex started talking about his account being messed up, that's what I thought had happened. That maybe his points got hacked.
Yeah, it sounds like it's something different going on. Like his account's been kind of, I don't want to say compromised in a way where like someone's gotten into it. I think it's been corrupted, I guess.
Corrupted, yeah, on the computer side.
Term for it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jabbo sounds like Jabbo ended up in the same kind of scenario where Alex is, because Alex needs to tell his story and stuff. So, but yeah, it seems like that has happened, that it's not a isolated thing, because I know Jabbo is still fighting his every once in a while. That it's So,
our good buddy Chef Eddie.
It
is better to be the number 13 Lego podcast than those sellouts in the top 10. You have the moral high ground, at least until an offer comes along. Unus lapis ad tempus.
Okay.
I got it now. It just rolls off the tongue. I really enjoy watching the entire podcast. Thanks, guys. Well, we really appreciate you being here. Dude Jude, hey Earl, Joey, and Jabo. I forgot to comment last time. I don't remember what I was going to comment today. Getting old sucks.
Yep.
We suck again.
We suck again.
But old Lego is cool. Keep up the good work. Thanks,
Yep.
Dude Jude.
Yep.
Gibson Star Wars Collector. Great start, guys. Best episode ever. Thank you so much. Best episode ever, even better than the Breaking News. I mean, it's in the comments. I mean,
yeah.
uh,
Well, it's like a Lego set. Every new set is the best one ever. So this one's now better than that one.
That's right. Yep.
All right, so there's pressure on me for this next one. Julian Bonnet. Greetings from France. Congrats, Earl, for pronouncing my name right. I don't remember how I pronounced it. So I don't know if that's right or not. Julian Bonnet.
Bonnet, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Julian Bonnet.
I guess we know what next week's comment will be.
Another great episode, guys. Good timing on the release. You are great companions to me to my disassembling of the 75343 Dark Trooper helmet for my buyer. The first time I used an instruction booklet in reverse, I put all parts in 5 different bags so that he can get the full experience. I don't always keep boxes, but this one I did. I flattened it. So he will own the full set according to Joey's criteria.
There you go.
Even throwing an extra Dark Trooper minifig to complete. On the ads, I had to pause a few times to let Jazz the cat in and out of the house, and indeed get those fracking ads. So he likes the ads. But I'll blame that on the cat and not YouTube. Keep up the great work. Yeah, I hate that. I hate when I'm watching normally the Breaking News, because I'll watch it over a few sessions. And if you close your browser and go back into your browser, you got to watch the ads again to start it over.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So I was just going to say, so we talked about the ads, I think, on the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've watched that far yet.
Yeah, I've got that for you.
But do you know what I was talking about with that setting that they're listing? What do you think about that?
This worries me because I don't run ads in our podcast, at least when it's new in the first few months. After it's been a few months old, and whenever I remember, I'll go back and turn it on. But I went back and I reread what they're saying, and then now they've posted another thing in the YouTube land somewhere. But I think it's basically, if you want to do them manually, that's okay. But if you put if you let it do the auto and then try to add manual ones in too, it may not jive up right. So I don't know. It sounds like they're trying to make their auto ad. That's what they want you to do, is they just want you to click the button that says, we'll just add the auto ads, and it's supposed to be smarter now. But I get you can, and I know you can. You could, a lot of, or not a lot, I see some YouTubers will put in a spot for the ads to play. And I think the big controversy that's coming up that I saw with the people in the YouTube comment section was that when they place that ad in that dead spot, or that little 5 seconds of just, here's where a commercial is going to be, YouTube's algorithm is saying, well, that's not a good spot for your ad, and then it's showing you're not going to get revenue on that. And people are misunderstanding that, I'm not going to get revenue because I put it there. What they're saying is the AI is saying that's not a good spot for revenue. You're not going to get revenue as much as you would have. That people are going to exit the video at that point, because I think it sees that blank spot as an end of something, right? Like an end of, which it probably is in a second. I don't know. I think I think they went at it a very awkward way of announcing a new, smarter version of putting in ads. Because the current one is, if you just let it do it by itself, you can get ads every few minutes. And especially on a long, like our podcast and stuff, your guys' podcast, you get a lot of ads, and it's
There was one day I went and looked at it, and I saw, because normally I try to have them not more than like 15 minutes of,
right,
within 15 minutes of each other.
right,
But I try to make it where it kind of fits, I guess.
right.
But there was one day where it had auto done, and I hadn't looked at it, and it was like every
Mm-hmm.
30 seconds to a minute there was a thing. And I understand they don't get, like, I'm assuming that no one's getting every checkpoint an ad, right? That would be unwatchable.
Right.
These are just possible places where people could get them, and it's just horrible.
Yeah, I have no idea how. When you go back and look at it, like you're saying, there's so many of them. There's no way that everybody's getting those. So how does it? Is it determining that on the fly then for every video that it serves up? Is it's like, we're just gonna put these ads as we see fit at that moment in time. I don't know. I don't know. To me, I don't run mid-roll ads. I just do the beginning. There are channels that I watch. I watch Matt's Off-Road Recovery, which I heard Alex say that he watches too.
Yep.
There's been the last couple episodes. I think it was the Sunday episodes, which is the ones where they're doing their builds. They had pre-roll ads at the beginning, and they were unskippable, and they were both like 30 seconds. So it was almost a minute in before the video started. I actually just clicked off. There's another lady that builds steam trains, model steam trains, and she had same thing had happened to her, and I clicked off. So I have no idea what those videos are about, and it's like that. I'm sorry, YouTube, if they're going to you're killing your own platform by adding too many ads. I get it. I understand we need ads to revenue supported all this stuff, but it can't all be ads all the time.
I wouldn't mind the one at the beginning if that's the only one you had.
I don't. Yeah, in fact, that kind of becomes YouTube standard, right? There's one at the beginning and one at the end, and that's fine. But don't make me have to sit through a minute of unskippable ads.
Well, it's funny. My wife doesn't get ads on anything. She doesn't pay for a special thing. Like, she just doesn't get them. And there was like a 2-day period where, and I think it was around the time we started talking about this, she started getting ads and she started freaking out. Like, look what you broke my phone. They're gone again. So I don't know. It's really strange. But
he also, he talked about taking that set apart in reverse order.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah, that does make for a really good build experience. I got to tell you.
Yeah, that's dedication.
Yeah,
taking it back. That's
Yeah, have I mentioned how much I appreciated that? Jason loved taking it apart so much that it went straight to the top of his. I hate this Lego set. I need to get rid of it. Mayo says, I'm grateful that Kaz mentioned me in her comment last week. It was a pleasure to meet, talk, trade, and take selfies with her and my other British friends. When we said goodbye, she said she'd see me in Jabo's comments. I'll send Joey those pictures of set 224 for Brick Set. Did he send them yet?
He has not yet, no. But he's contacted me about it. Yeah.
Okay. Blockhead UK, another great episode, folks. I'm a bit salty as I don't quite have enough points to redeem for the micro scale space gift with purchase. Oh man. But there's a guy in my lug who always seems to end up with several copies of each, so I will probably buy one from him.
That's the thing. That's the thing about these that I whatever, sour grapes on me. If I don't have the points, then I would just be flat mad.
Yeah.
Right. Because that set is currently going for $50 to $60 on eBay.
Yeah, I think I would, if it comes down, if I can get one for 30, 35, I'll probably buy a second one. I'd pay that for it.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay 50.
No, I don't. And I built it, and it's not a $50 set by any stretch of the imagination. It's a cool set, but it's not a $50 set.
I'm just glad they're limiting it to one per household.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that with their GWPs.
She also says new Hashima is indeed supposed to be cyberpunk. I do love the challenge of using weird parts and building my cubes. So far, I've managed to include panels in a sink from Scala, Belleville, Belleville lattice, some chunky textured pillars from Jack Stone, some snap trusses, Duplo frog, and little robot trees, monorail track, and I even have made one wall of a warehouse out of Modulex. No Galador, though, as I do know where to draw the line.
No Galador. Wow. Modulex. Come on now. There's Modulex. You know how little that is? It's a 1x4. Yeesh. Wow. Good on you.
There goes Joey again. Just call it out and he'll whip it up.
Well, I've been messing with my color chart and
he'll whip it out.
Start look. No. Look at this.
That spawned a whole segment.
Chris Bricks, the castle boxes are the most nostalgic for me, but I think Pirates and Islanders have the best box art. The flip-up box fronts and the island landscapes with the sunset lightings are perfect. The 6277 Imperial Trading Post has the most impressive box art if I had to choose one.
Well, let's look at it and see. Hang on.
6277.
Okay, let me get to here.
I know Jason is I know his favorite box art.
I think I commented on this, didn't I?
I haven't got that for you.
Sure I did, though.
That is it. Is that the box art yeah, I mean that's a pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yep.
Look at maybe that's where Alex got the idea for his blue felt from.
Oh, maybe.
Look at that. Sitting on the blue felt.
Yep. Okay. There's another one I was going to look up. Nope. Okay. Okay.
Is it? I ask you this every week. Is it Kyle Jones or Cale Jones? See, you don't know either. So
I don't know either.
I have to ask Javo. I think it's Kyle. Keel? Okay. Around the hour 43-minute mark, Joey was going into a lot of detail about how it is hard to fight the shrinkage. He was in the pool. Mrs. Bricks on Brick. Great episode.
Like a frightened turtle.
How do you guys put up with those things?
Oh my gosh. It's off the rails.
Mrs. Bricks on Brick. Great episode as always, guys. I like the dad jokes. Joey don't listen to the crickets.
Okay.
That's all there is to listen to. There's no laughs.
I got none this time, let me tell you. Woo.
Kona Dog. Another great episode. I love the crazy eBay stuff. Of course, Jabo got the Fabuland set. When is he going on the inside tour? Well, he's already told us that he probably won't. And he actually got 2 Fabuland sets.
Yep.
Because Joey's rubbing off on him. One to build, one to keep sealed. I think you could do it with a couple live streams to raise funds for Jabo Goes to Denmark Fund. Yeah. You guys got me on Micro Command Center. So we sold another one.
Yep.
We got Alex to buy one. We got Kona Dog to buy one. Did we get you to buy one, Jason?
I got one.
Yep.
But
I believe they said they blamed the AFoOL podcast.
Did we push you in that direction?
I whipped it out, Earl. See.
See you in the 2 weeks.
I had to get this one for my wife. I was going to wait to order it.
Yeah, that was a gift with purchase.
Yeah, that was the gift with purchase. She likes the botanicals.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was. Mrs. Brick on Brick. Number 3, Jabo. I watched all your Fabuline videos and enjoyed them all. Have been trying to pick up some of the smaller sets, but the prices have jumped up since the release of the new Lego house set. You really think they've jumped up because of the Lego house set, or did they jump up because Jabbo showcased them all on his channel? You should
I'm
pin
gonna
that
go with
comment. You should pin that comment so we can read it back to him when he's here next week.
Okay.
Unus lapis ad tempus. I got it. Jumping the Shark took place in California when the Cunninghams went on vacation. It was a 2-part episode, and it was a good episode. Another episode, Fonzie jumps 14 garbage cans with his motorcycle. I believe it was to promote Al's restaurant. That's where he completely destroyed his motorcycle. I remember both of those. I didn't remember the Jumping the Shark was a 2-parter, but I do remember it.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I do, because it was the whole life and death thing or something, wasn't it? Was it going to make it? And yeah, I kind of think I do remember that now.
Chris Gannart. I grew up near New York City and visited the Lego stores there relatively often after they opened up until about 6 years ago when I moved from the area. I didn't realize they had moved the store at Rockefeller Center. I missed it. Pretty impressive displays and good selection at the Toys R Us stores at Times Square and by the Newark airport when they were open. Toys R Us everywhere had a real good selection. They were just they just priced themselves out of business. Singinator, very cool ending, Jabbo. I don't even remember. I apologize, Singinator. I don't remember the I don't remember the ending.
It just dawned on me somebody's gonna have to do an ending.
Well, that's what Jason's here for.
Oh, you think? Did he know that before he volunteered?
I can do it, sure.
Chef Eddie, for Joey, what do you do if someone doesn't like your Lego jokes?
I just grin and bear it, I guess.
You
He
block
comes back
them.
and tells him another one 2 weeks later. That's
Yeah.
what he does.
You block them.
Oh, yes.
Chris Gannart, best box art on the Lego set. Probably one of the Lego classic space sets. One of my favorite boxes, though, is the 1788 treasure chest. The fact that it's shaped like a treasure chest is awesome to me. Honorable mention to the wedge-shaped box of 1821, the Rally Racers, which is practical for playing, and 6255, the Pirates comic box, which I like because it's more than a plain comic book. I wonder if he has all three of these sets. So 1788.
Well, here, I got the 6255 pulled up. I actually have
Okay.
that. I'm not sure that I'm not, I mean, yeah, it's the comic book with the character, the minifigs in it, which is, it's cool. Okay, what was one of the others that he said?
What we'll do is other honorable mention, 1821.
1821. Oh, the Rally Racers, yep. That's a pretty cool, yeah. I could see the fake headlights. That's interesting. All right.
And then he says his favorite is 1788.
Treasure chest. So I don't think the box, this picture's not going to show the shaped treasure. It's just the picture. So it's not going to, because he said in there, this one's the one that was shaped like the treasure box.
Yeah.
Treasure chest. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still a cool, it's still a cool Pirates artwork with the setting sun in the background and a little bit of beach around it. And so, yeah. Not bad.
Yep. Ty Novell, aka Tylenol. LOL, after an entire year of a different shirt every day, Jabbo is wearing the same shirt in every video he does this year.
Yep.
Well, he's got a couple coming out that I don't think he wore it in.
No, yeah.
Glenn Brown, I really like the castle set boxes from the 80s. Not so much for the art, but for the dividers and the clear film on the larger sets. Yeah, that was real cool when it had the slip out tray with the dividers and the face that flipped open.
Mm-hmm. Those were good boxes.
Yeah. Chris Gannart, regarding clear base plates, you guys mentioned the largest clear base plate available in a set was a 16 by 16. But there is a 24 by 24 clear Duplo base plate in 9040, a board game set. Only reason I know is because I have it and played it often with my kids. I suppose with Dupo plate, there's less stress due to the larger plane spaces and rounder edges, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were larger. 90-40, Jody.
I'm paying attention. I heard you say it, and I was even like, oh. So that's a clear base plate, huh?
Now, if Jabo was here, this one would be, if he doesn't have it, this would be added to his list.
Yeah.
He'd probably be looking for it right now.
So he's saying that's a clear base plate. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's go here. 90-40. Set. Learning game set. Parts. Clear dupe. There it is. 353. What are they going for? $109. Don't let yours go.
That has one. You can
That's it.
There's only one. There's only, is that one seller? Only one
Yeah.
available?
Yeah.
What about the price guide? Have any sold? That's the.
Oh, this is a good one.
No.
Jason, this is a good one for Price Hiker.
Yeah.
Except he's gonna watch this, so maybe not.
Yeah. And this will come out before you guys record again. So.
Yep.
Wow. $109. Wow.
That's
Jabo?
crazy.
It's crazy.
Wow. Crazy.
Wow, crazy.
Jason Brixton 5. We know that guy.
I think he's
Sorry.
a top 9 podcaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Jabo, but the Seinfeld bathroom references are more entertaining than Fabuland. As for, I watched that episode yesterday. As for the quality of the crazy things on eBay Stinger, all I can say is you get the quality you pay for. My favorite box art is the 2008-2009 Indiana Jones. Big surprise. All you need to redeem VIP points is the email for the account. I hear them asking people for their email all the time at the Lego store. Yeah, we just talked about that.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be the Indiana Jones boxes.
Yeah.
I just love them. I thought they were so cool.
They look good. Yeah. They are.
How they get the whip that runs down there. It's just, I don't know. There you go.
Yep.
In your quest, what are you down to? 2 or 3?
Let's see. I think I need 5. I need the 2 big ones. I need the Temple of Doom and the Crystal Skull. I need the Race for the Hidden Treasure. There's 1 or 2 more. I have to think about it. Those are the big ones.
Are you still looking periodically, or are you still looking every day, or?
Yeah, no, I looked. I looked actually. I think it was today. I was looking.
Yeah.
I didn't buy anything.
Are they relatively available or just super expensive, or
Yeah, for whatever you want to pay. I mean,
yeah, okay.
There was someone. So I don't know if you remember. It was like 3 months ago, Joey. When I had reached out to you and said, "Hey, are you interested if I had some sealed ones?"
Yeah.
So there was one. I bid on it. Let me see if I can still pull it up. Because there was really only one set in there that I needed, but there was like 4 or 5 others that came with it.
Okay.
And they were all sealed. And depending on, what it went for, I was like, oh, this might be worth going after. I'll see if I can find it and show you. But it went for like $700. It went just over my bid. And I was like, well, too bad. But yeah. Oh, here it is. It was 5 of them. So it had the Temple of Doom. I guess I can show you. It had the Temple of Doom, and that was the big one I needed.
Okay.
But I had all the others sealed. But I'm like, you know what? If there's any of those that you need,
right? Yeah.
I can sell. If I can make $250, I come out ahead, because that Temple of Doom, I think I'm gonna end up having to pay $500 for it.
Yikes.
That's the hard one to get. It was a limited production as far as how many were made. Oh, there's the Peril in Peru, the one with the airplane. That's a limited one. Yeah.
I didn't know there was
limited. Does that mean it was like only available at the Lego store in Target, or?
Well, so the Peril in Peru, it says on it limited edition. I don't know what it means because my son got it. So I do have a copy, and that was one we originally owned. It wasn't one that I, sourced later. I don't recall. I want to say we got it at Toys R Us, but I don't
Well,
remember.
yeah, they did have
Time ago.
they did have Toys R Us exclusives.
Yeah.
So
I
may
don't
have
know.
been.
But yeah, so that's 4 of them. There's one other one I can't remember. I'll have to think about it. But there
I
you
trying
go.
didn't
to look
realize
and
there
see
was
if
that
there was-
many. I thought you were just down to 2 or 3 of the big ones.
Oh, the Peril and Peruse. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's
There's someone that has all of them, but they want $7,000, so I don't really want to buy that one. And I'm not buying the $3,500 what is it? It's in the box and it's graded.
oh yeah. So Brick Set's notes say that Peril in Peru is an exclusive release set in many countries and not shown in general consumer catalogs. Also available from Lego Shop at Home. So I don't understand. An exclusive release set in many countries. That didn't seem very.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's obviously the price is dictating some sort of value to it. So
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them that are sealed, it's just, they're 20 years old almost, so it's
yeah.
hard to
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Rob Lyons, great episode, way better than Top 13. Thank you. Thank you. Unus lapis ad tempus. I'm a regular viewer of the Bricky News. That would be funny to see your podcast surpass them in the top 10. Let's start rumors about Alex and Jason. 1, I heard that Alex isn't interested in 3 sealed CMF Wolfpack guys. Also, Jason is getting burnt out on the Oswald CMFs. Did you hear that, Alex and Jason?
I
So
did.
if Unus Lapis ad Tempus is a regular viewer of you guys, why doesn't he ever comment on your?
I think I know who it is. I think it's a different name that they're using.
Ah.
So
They did something to make Earl
Yeah, I don't know.
suffer.
Maybe. I think it's Daniel Estes. That's the name that they
Oh.
used to be under. I could be wrong, but that's my speculation.
Ah.
And I'm guessing in 2 weeks I'll know the answer.
Joe Bowling, I think that new idea steamboat looks great, but I wondered who would want it. I guess it's Joey and Earl. It makes more sense if you have a Western layout or live somewhere that has a big river. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, because like my chat, my Louisiana chat that I'm in, everybody loves it. But it's it's.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, I don't think it's a bad set. I think it's a really good looking set. But what am I going to do with it?
Right.
Well, so it's the same thing as the Titanic. What are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
If you have somewhere to display it, you're going to display it. It's a nice piece, and you're not
Well,
going.
I'm hoping I can get it into my city, but I'm afraid it's going to be too big.
Too big, yeah.
Yeah.
You mean the layout?
The layout,
the
yes.
city. Stop it, Jason. I've almost got him out of that. Unus Lapis ad Tempus. Well, I really like this guy. He leaves a lot of comments. The name just flows.
Yeah. Wait till you get to the end, though. You're gonna love
Lego my ego, more like Lego my sanity. I've been confused about this for years. Oh, great. Here comes another one. Mayan Stein Chin. Mayan Stein Chin. That's it. Mayan Stein Chin. One of the 121 comments. We appreciate it. Do we have that many?
I don't know.
Ty Novell. Exo Force had some really good box art, including some of the reflective boxes.
Oh,
I don't remember those.
Let's see if I can pull something up real quick. Exo Force. I don't know that we're gonna see any of the reflective ones in these pictures. Just pick a random one here. that seems to be pretty indicative of a lot of them. So it's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a cool. But I do remember seeing the reflective ones before. I think that's a poly bag. I think those are all poly bags there. Yeah, they had some kind of reflective. I don't know.
Joe Bowling. All right, so I think this is probably going to go over all of our heads.
Uh-oh.
The 4 lights is from Star Trek when Picard was captured and they made him look at the 4 bright lights and they were going to torture him until he told them he saw 5 lights. Just like 4 lights VPN gives you VPN service so fast and secure you'll think you're seeing 5 lights. At the end, they let Picard go and he yells, "There are 4 lights." How's that for a mid-comment ad read?
I think Alex just talked about this
Yes,
on
yes.
the episode.
He just
was doing his Picard
maybe-
impression.
maybe he-
4 lights. or whatever.
Maybe he read our comment. Blah says possibly getting partial sets is a way in getting vintage versions of parts as well. I wish
Yep.
Bricklink had an aspect to differentiate between a modern version of a part and a vintage version, besides asking everyone over and over before ordering. How can you get vintage versions of parts? It's like a lottery when ordering a lot of parts if it will be vintage and how many will be vintage. When
Yep.
sellers add notes, comments that it's vintage versions, that helps in shopping, but it's been frustrating making sure I possibly get vintage part versus newer versions.
So my suggestion is to see what else they have for sale. If they have a lot of vintage part, let's say gray, or the light gray versus light bluish gray. If they have a lot of light gray parts, then chances are maybe they know what they're doing versus just a couple random ones or whatever. Or do they have other things? Do they have sets from that vintage, or minifigures from that time frame that you're looking at? I just picked a giant order, 600 pieces, and 2 of the pieces just randomly right in the middle. All the parts are brand new. I lots of blacks, lots of yellow, some light bluish gray pieces, but just randomly right in the middle of it is 2 light gray pieces, and they were like, I had a single tile, and then the other one was a brick or something. And they're from a set that I parted out that was sealed from that time frame. But it was that land speeder that I picked up at that bookstore, and I ended up opening it up and putting the parts in the store. I worry that when this guy gets them, they're not going to be what he thinks they are. He's going to think there should be the other way, right? Everybody's always looking for light blue or looking for light gray, and they get light bluish gray, and this guy's going to get light gray thinking he's going to get light bluish gray. So I'm afraid of that. Yeah, it can be a difficult trying to track down vintage. I've been trying to fill in the color chart, which it's on this shoulder, not this shoulder. And I've ended up ordering the same color from multiple people just to make sure I'm getting the right color, because there's a couple of these up here. Let's see, I'm gonna do this wrong. Yeah, there's a couple of these right here. I'm not sure that's the right color, especially this one here. I don't think it's the right color. So, and when I got to playing with it the other day, I was like, ooh, I think that's wrong. Some of those parts are $5 or $6 a piece. This
and you're buying from multiple people?
Nope, just for me. Oh, yes. In some of these cases I am buying, if I know I don't know the color for sure, like that one here, I'm really sure it's the right light green, whatever. But yeah, these ones that I'm now not sure about, yeah, I have like $10 worth of parts from multiple people to see if I get the same part that I already have on my board.
Now that's crazy.
Crazy. Well, I want my color chart to be right.
Ty Novell, I agree with Joey. I don't like building with electronic instructions.
Yeah.
A book would be much better, but alas, we don't get that for BDP sets.
No.
Joey, have you told Alex to feed that back to Lego that you prefer to have physical instructions even for BDP sets? Well, we got the guy right here. We got his right-hand man right
That's
here.
right.
So
Yeah.
are you? Maybe he
I
can take
call
a,
up on the pan line and talk.
Yeah.
Line.
maybe he could take a note from the pan ambassador to the land ambassador.
Okay, I got everybody has that phone. Everybody Jabo's done of it. It's like, what? They really pushed that phone, didn't they?
Wait a minute.
fantasy.
Everybody. I've seen
Have you
two.
not seen on the? Oh,
Yeah, who
okay.
else has it?
I've
You
seen
did it,
Jabo and Jason. That's two. That's not everybody. I don't have one. You don't have one.
I don't, okay. Well, there's videos. I've seen several videos of people on YouTube reviewing that phone. Yeah.
I've seen Jabos.
Yeah.
I actually didn't even.
Well, you're
watch
not following the right people. Then. I don't know. Okay. All right, maybe nobody has them then. Sorry.
Unus lapis ad tempus. Why do I send my photos of my Lego mocks for your awesome segment, Neighborhood Insights? Well, instead of doing community commentary where they show videos, we could do Neighborhood Insights where we show mock pictures. But to do that, we'd have to have our production assistant set us up with a stinger for that.
So let me get this straight. You want to steal our idea and you want me to make an intro for it? Sure. I'll make one for you, Earl, if you really want it. Are you ready, Earl?
Are you?
I'm just going to keep reading. SG Bricks, who I like to call Sega Bricks. Did anyone else play the stinger in slow motion to see if you recognize comments of yourself? I think no, I didn't even think of that. I think your system
I did put comments in the background. I actually scrolled through them and screenshotted that. So there are people in there.
I didn't even notice
looked at
that.
it. Yes.
I think your system of hearting the comments is of hearting the I think you're. I like. Let me start over like Alex does. I think your system of hearting the comments is great. Greetings from Belgium.
Yep. I read it if I hearted it.
Yep. Let's see. Singinator. I think I had that Fabuland set growing up, or my sister did. We shared. The doors are freaking weird and mostly held by the windshield piece. And does anyone remember the mouse's name was Mortimer?
Mortimer Mouse.
I thought Mortimer was on Trading Places.
Well, that was going to be Mickey Mouse's name,
Was Mortimer his name?
That's what Walt wanted to name him, and his wife said that's stupid. So there's a cartoon later on where Minnie's ex-boyfriend is there, and it's Mortimer.
Oh, wow.
So anyway,
Big Rat. That's funny.
there you go. There's
Disney news,
and that's why we have Jason.
Well, speaking of news, we didn't talk about that. I was kind of disappointed Alex and I didn't talk about it, so we'll talk about it here because I'm going to bring it up. Did you see they're coming out with an Oswald series on Disney Plus?
I sent that to you. Did you see it before I sent it to you?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it just before, and I was like, "This is gonna be awesome! I can retire now when those figures go up a lot of money."
Yep,
you're right because they're gonna blow up overnight.
I'm sure it's gonna happen. It's gonna be like Cloud City Boba Fett.
They're gonna go to $40 to $50 overnight on whatnot. You, my friend, are sitting on a gold mine.
That's right.
I feel a Cara Dune thing coming again. Wasn't that her name?
Cara Dune?
Cara Dune, yeah.
Why, you think Oswald's going to make some comments and get kicked out of the show?
Maybe. That would be bad to get kicked out of your own namesake show.
I'm just excited for people to know who he is and not Mickey Mouse's ears are messed up.
Yeah.
What's with your Mickey's ears?
Chris Gannart, smallest Lego box for a set has been discussed, but what about the biggest box by volume? The Lion's Night Castle 10305, my largest, is huge. Are there bigger ones? I have a box 4776 Duplo Dragon Tower. Is that castle, that big castle?
Yeah, I think that's that castle that
of
Jabo
63 pieces. And that box is quite large. I also have the Duplo Black Castle 4785. without a box, and it takes up a lot of space. Can't do
A lot
it.
of what? Don't you have a
Girl,
button?
he's
for
gonna
that?
get it.
Oh, jeez.
Joey.
This is why it's
Oh,
13,
you were gonna be. It's too
bro.
late now. It's
This is
over.
why we're 13.
Space.
Yeah, this is why we're 13. Okay, so who can do math? The by volume 4785. Oh wait, let's do this. 4785 is
Yes, that's it.
yeah, 22 inches by 18, almost 19 inches by 10 inches. That's a big box. Woof.
And that's before Lego had big giant sets with big boxes.
Well, here's the one I keep thinking. When people start talking about a big box, because I kick it around the basement all the time, I don't think it's going to give the dimensions though. Where did it go? Why did it do that? Here it is. That's a wooden box, and it's like it's not. Yeah, it's about 3 feet, and it's huge. It used to
I
hold.
don't think that's really what we're talking about.
It's
Like a box.
It's a big giant wooden box, and it holds thousands. It used to hold the record for the most pieces till that Millennium Falcon came out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, here's an interesting thought for you. Which box has the most bloat to it?
Oh,
So the
good
smallest set
question.
in the largest box.
Ooh, how do we figure that out? That is a good question.
I think I know. I know what I would vote for.
Okay.
It's an Indiana Jones set, actually.
Okay.
Really?
I have it right here. I'll show you.
Let's see it.
Hang on, things are falling.
I was gonna say.
Well, I'm going to keep reading. He says he doesn't have many 1,000-piece sets, so he's curious. Perhaps more specifically, do you have any ideas of sets with larger boxes than that Duplo Black Castle that are at least 20 years old or even 10?
No.
I don't know about 10 might borderline maybe because.
So this box here, look at how big this thing is.
That's a big box.
These are the little planes that go in it.
Oh.
So they take up about what? About maybe 40%
they're right
of the
here.
box.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was gonna say those planes broke down are gonna be little.
Yeah, I never noticed how yellowed this is. Now I'm sad. Okay.
Sorry, we didn't.
All right. I have a new one I can open, I guess, if I want.
Well, you can just shop around eBay while we're talking. That
Well,
seems
That's
to happen,
what we do.
that seems to happen a lot here.
I did. I submitted an offer on something.
Well, there you go. Well, I can't wait to see that haul. I went on the podcast. Guess what those guys made me do?
Wait till we get blamed for that one, Earl.
Billy 2796. The best box art was the blue cardboard trays.
The blue cardboard trains.
Trays.
Oh, tray. Oh. Okay.
Jason's Bricks and 5. I will be redeeming my micro space station gift with purchase on May 1st. So I'll let you know if I still get my set with my 4th Star Wars gift with purchase. You changed your mind on that, huh?
Well, the botanical came, and I was like, I'll just redeem it now.
I'm like Jabo. I'd feel real bad if you held on to that thing for even 30 days and you went to redeem it and they were gone.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see what happens. I don't think Alex has gotten his yet.
Has he?
He ordered the big figs, and I don't think he got his order yet.
Peyton's plates.
They counter offered.
Oh,
that's that you're negotiating, step in the right direction.
Yep.
Peyton's plates. Jabo, I'm about to pull the trigger on a used 3024 1x1 plate in white from your store, but I'm worried about discoloration. Could you please send some pics? One from each side would be nice.
That's a 1x1 plate.
God.
God.
Unus lapis ad tempus. We're gonna have to look that up and see if that's some kind of.
Yeah, we're probably cussing somebody out in Latin.
Yeah. That is an awesome. Jason, you're laughing like you know we are.
I don't know.
That is an awesome marbled Lego piece. I found an extremely rare Lego piece. I found a 2x8 plate, and in one of the studs, there's a metal fragment sticking out. It's an awesome piece, and Lego offered me not enough money for it. $45 or that much in sets. No thanks, I'll keep it. What? They offered him $45 for it.
So they offered him a credit if he would send it to him so they could, I don't know, quality check it or something maybe.
Oh, I guess. I probably would have took it. Keel Jones or Kyle Jones, we'll find out next week. You all should do a new bracket much quicker for best decade for Lego box art.
Best.
That's a good idea. It would be much quicker because every 10 years versus every other 10 years.
Yep.
But you guys will get it wrong again.
We'll do it what again?
You'll get it wrong again.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't get it wrong last time.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
I watched that whole thing and then I was disappointed. It was like watching the TV show Lost. It's like, wait, this is how it ended? Oh, man.
So, Unus Lapis Ad Tempest, I don't know. It's not, well, hang on. Detect, let me do this. One stone at a time.
One stone at a time.
There you go.
One brick at a time.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah,
One
stone
brick at a
being,
time.
yes. Latin for one stone at a time. One brick at a time. Very good.
Cellophone. Well, that's good. Maybe I'm pronouncing it right. Here is one extra comment for you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Sin Killer Tachikawa. Kind of breaks my brain when I hear someone talking about off in a Western country. The off family, like hard off and hobby off, have always been Japanese staples. I'm kind of thinking, what are we talking about off?
Yeah,
I don't know.
What were we talking about? Off
something got lost in translation, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm sure there's some way that conversation could go inappropriate, but we'll stay away.
Yeah, let's.
Mrs. Bricks on Brick, comment number 2. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I like the box art from the Western sets best.
Yes.
Yeah, those
are good. Yeah.
Unus Lapis Ad Tempest, aka one brick at a time. I can't remember if Breaking News said how the rankings worked for the podcast rankings. Is it how many comments there are per video?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I do know that if for $200 a month, they guarantee that you will be in the top 10 of their list. $200 a month.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, that's what they say. If you go in there and it's $200 and it's guaranteed to get you. Now they got to do things, they're going to promote your thing, but they guarantee that will get you up into that spot. Not that you just get a spot, but they guarantee $200 a month and get you promoted up into that.
Well, Jason is in that spot, so
I know. So
is that how we got there?
I'm not starting any rumors or anything. I'm not. But he did go from 10 to 9 just on this podcast right now. So.
There's I don't know if they do this where you guys are, but around here you'll see a sign that says, "Voted best hamburger in Tangipahoa Parish." Voted best pizza in Tangipahoa Parish. So I know a guy who owned a convenience store. He sold it, but at the time he had a big banner in the front. Voted best, I think it was best po' boy or something in Tangipahoa Parish. So I used to tease him about it all the time, and then he tells me one time they sell ads, and if you're a big supporter and buy a lot of ads, that's how you get to be the best. It's not based on the food you serve; it's based on the money you spend with them.
Yep.
They have a thing, the best of state, that they run here, but you have to pay to apply.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, I don't know how it works after that, but if you're not paying in, you're not going to get included. So,
Yep.
Kona Dog beat. I guess that means beat Bricks News. I don't know what that beat means. Unus lapis ad tempus. Man, I really like this guy. I can't wait to hear how you pronounce my name, Earl. I think I just get one brick at a time. How about
One brick
that?
at a time.
I was starting to wonder if this was the Unus Lapis podcast.
Yeah.
Mayo at the 5 minute and 48. Not even 10 minutes in, Earl is already off the rails.
Yeah.
At 2 proves how boring that Fabuland set is. After graduating college, I'm now in grad school and will listen to this podcast while doing homework during my semesters. What happened to set 612 versus 435, Joey?
What happened to 612 versus 4? Oh. I don't know. Which one's which? 612. Uh-oh.
Isn't that Tipper and Tipper?
That's Tipper truck. What's the other one? 47
435.
Oh, it must be is that the
Digger.
yeah.
Digger TV. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep. We'll get you on here. Yeah. That was code for he wants to be on the podcast.
Kona Dog won it. So
It's overrated. I'll just warn him.
So we've got Kona Dog has left he's leaving us a code. He says beat and he says won it. Unus lapis ad tempus. Agree to disagree. Classic Lego sets are way better than modern ones.
I agree. Did I say?
Yeah, I agree. They were much simpler.
Yeah. So I think that was the whole debate we were having.
I think detail wise they're not better,
right.
but
the newer sets are more realistic. There's more play features. There's more, but it's the yeah. I'm trying to look at our comments and talk at the same time. That's not working out for me. So, yeah, I there's just a lot of nostalgia, and nostalgia has a lot of pull when it comes to what I think is good. So,
I think the older sets were more. They brought out more imagination and play.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't imagine there were too many adults in the 70s that were collecting Lego because number one, they don't have nostalgia from when they were a kid,
right?
But also, like now, how many of us build? We get a set, we build it, and we set it on the shelf, and we never touch it again,
right?
Because that's the way it's supposed to be displayed. And the old sets, no one built their tipper truck and set it on the shelf and left it. Like they would play with it and they would build other things with it. And so I do think there is a definite difference now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more, and I get it. I'm an adult, so I don't get on the floor and, dance my Oswald around, have battles or whatever. But
yeah, but still, that's a good point because when the sets we bought as kids, you took apart and rebuilt and built other things, and you didn't go to Bricklink and order parts. You didn't go to the Lego store and buy parts. You just built with what you had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas the sets you buy today, like even if Dakota gets a big set today, if he was to tear that thing apart and start mixing it all, Joey, you'd be like, oh,
you're right.
That's $300. You don't want to mix that up with something that.
So Dakota famously requested for his birthday last year, creator sets, the boxes. He said, I just want boxes, parts. And then for Christmas, he wanted Technic. So we bought I got online and got a Dacta Technic set. It was the only one that really had like tons of Technic parts. But part of the problem is his parents, my daughter and her husband, are so my son-in-law, he's like Alex, very into the cars. You build the cars, they're on a shelf, they're they'll dust them, and they're it's like, and my daughter, she gets the like I think the last one was the retro radio and stuff, so she built it to be a thing. And he's like, that's great, I want to build another tank, or I want to build another airplane, or I want to build something else. So when he comes to the house, it's just like scoops of Lego to go build something. There are things all over my basement that are just started, and he's just, when he gets bored of that, he'll go do something else or whatever, and then he'll come and build it. But yeah, I think there's a lot of that where kids don't necessarily want to build what is in the set. They just want to build because it's really kind of cool to just take these pieces and just, here's what my imagination said. And that's how I played when I was a kid. So
Kona Dog, the other guys. So we've got Beat, Want It, the other guys.
I think there's a list of comments
yeah.
going on here, isn't it? It's
Yeah, it's a word game.
Yeah.
He's giving us extra comments to
yes,
put all together to make one
big
sentence
comment.
or one comment with multiple comments, so we can beat the other guys
Yes.
in number of comments.
I think
Unis
isn't that
Lapis-
what he's saying? He says beat
Yeah.
the other guys or something.
Yeah, beat the other guys. I think it is.
Unis Lapis ad tempus. Exclusive news only heard on the AFoOL podcast. Alex doesn't like Lego.
I don't like Lego.
That's not that exclusive.
Josh Greathouse. This is a new one. That's a new commenter. That
That's
doesn't
not
make
Unis
sense.
Lapis.
that doesn't make sense. Lego Discovery doesn't take Lego points.
Yeah, they're a different company.
Yeah.
They're a
Yes
different
and
company.
no.
Huh?
Yes and no.
Well,
They're owned by the same parent company.
are they owned by Merlin? Yeah.
They were
And I
sold
know
off and then reacquired.
Yeah. But I mean, it's still Merlin, isn't it?
Mhm.
Or
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They had
Yeah.
sold off Legoland and then they
Yeah.
bought back Merlin. So
Yeah, but it's not even the TLG group. It's not the Lego group. It's the family, isn't it? It's
that's
like,
what I'm saying. The overall umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I read the book. Where's it at? I don't know where it went. The one that we had. We started out hunting down that picture of that
bathroom book. Is that what?
Yes, Jabbo's bathroom book. I finally read it, and it's more of Kelt's.
You read
story of-
Jabbo's bathroom book?
I did. I read Jabbo's bathroom book. Yes, I did.
It wasn't flagged?
I got my own copy. And it ain't been in the bathroom.
Ty Novell, Jabbo needs to do a favor for his 3 Fabuland fans and stop disparaging them on camera. Unos Lapis ad tempus. Is it relevant that comments have something important to say? If not, could someone just put numbers in each comment just to get the comments numbers up?
Oh no, don't do that. Please don't do that. Because Earl will read them all. Unis Lapis one.
Our fans deserve it. Kona Dog comments.
It's gonna fall apart here soon.
Okay. Joe
Soon.
Bowling.
It already happened 30 minutes ago.
Joe Bowling, the new Star Trek has done a lot wrong, but it gave us Strange New Worlds, which is my Star Trek thing in the past 25 years. I just wish there were more than 10 episodes a season.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe. I'm going to gloss right over that one. Sorry, Joe. Chef Eddie, why do adults like Lego so much? When they grow old, they can't Lego of their childhood. Oh, they can't let go. Oh, that's another joke. That's another joke for Joey. I got it. It took me a while, but I got it.
They can't let go.
Pasta Jensen. I don't even know how to say this word. Bismillah. Is that like, I don't know. Bismillah.
I'm gonna have to see if I can find it. We're not. I don't know
said,
how you started. So. Oh yeah, I see it. Hang on. Let me see if I can translate it for you.
Kyle Jones says first. Kona Dog says a bunch of. Kona Dog says you. Kona Dog says separate. Kona Dog says forgot. Kona Dog says sorry. If you're playing along at home, leave us a comment to explain the sentence that he just put together. Decode that for us.
Yeah.
So that was 85 comments. So there's no way that you guys had 111 comments on the. Oh, you just don't read them. You said you had 111 votes. No, 200 and. Wait, I'm confused.
What?
Oh, that was the number you threw out there on people who participated in your poll. It was over 200, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had the last one. We had 249 in the poll.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to upload the poll today. I got to do that.
You forgot?
What?
Man, why did I remind him? Why did I remind him?
Oh, I would have remembered. Don't you worry.
Did your counter offer go through? Or did you counter
They
those?
countered back, and I declined. So I sent an offer for this guy 6 months ago,
Oh,
and he came back, and I declined it. So then I came back at $5 more, and he came back with the one that was higher than the last counter offer. I'm like, well, forget that.
yeah.
Not doing that.
No.
Well-
Which Indiana Jones set is it that you're trying to bid on?
That one was the Peril in Peru.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
all right. Well, we've hit 2 hours and read all the comments.
And we really do appreciate, even though we
Yeah.
kind of make fun of each other, we really do appreciate you being here, Jason.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. We enjoy it.
And we really
We don't really. Like I was asking Alex, I'm like, how long are we going to milk this thing about the top 10? I just thought it was
You
funny.
got another couple weeks now because the next time you guys record, you're number 9.
Oh, by the way, February 11th, we had 92 comments, in case you're wondering.
Wow.
So.
Oh, geez. We're almost there, guys. Help us out. We're almost there.
Yeah, but that doesn't really count if they send comments like Captain Kirk.
Well, and then the other thing is too.
I'll be honest,
as
Alex
time-
prefers if you don't comment. That's less he's got to
Yeah.
Wait, did I say that out loud?
We continue to get comments over time, not just now. 90% of the comments drop off once a new episode drops, but we still kind of get comments here and there and everywhere.
Yeah, and that happens with ours when we record the 2 back to back.
Right.
The one will only have a couple days worth of comments, and I feel bad for the people after. I mean, we still read them, but not on the show.
Right.
Speaking of that,
we did have a comment on
Spotify.
Yes, Spotify. Yes, thank you. Baker Bricks says, yes, video podcast on Spotify. Thanks a ton. Well, you're welcome a ton. So yeah, I've been dropping the video files in since I saw you guys were doing that. I was like, well, I guess I'll do it too. So
I was too dumb to do audio only, so I just did it, and I'm like, oh, I guess there's video there too. Whatever.
I wasn't sure if the video file would actually turn into into an audio only file, but apparently they take care of that.
Yeah, I think it does. Like if you go out to like Apple Podcasts, I think ours feed on there. I don't really know. It's nothing we really pursued. It's just people asked for it, so I started putting it out there as an option.
Yeah.
But I think it puts it out there, and it's just audio only.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Yeah, because that's the way
it doesn't work great when you're showing people fall off the cliff and stuff like that.
Right, and we've had that discussion since day one that this is somehow we're doing an audio podcast on YouTube, and we still hold something up and say, see. And it's like, sorry.
So I'm looking at our views, and you remember that time when you were trying to catch Alex?
Yeah, that was the time you blew up. It was literally like the week that I was getting ready to come on.
Our best one has 169. Alex is in 4th place now at 135.
Wow.
I guess people are still watching, and that was pre-Bricky News, Alex.
Yep.
Oh.
Who I just learned cuts his own hair. Which I do.
So did
I do myself sometimes, so I can appreciate that.
Yours might be a little easier than his.
Mine is a lot easier than his. When he
and no judgments on that, by the way, Earl. I just stating facts.
I was trying to see the analytics if there was.
So we need you to share this thing and have Tanya share. Have everybody share this thing so you can beat Alex's 135. Yeah, so you can beat Alex's 135.
No, I had the one. It might have been the first one I was on that was the best. That one's done okay. I think it's more than any views I have on my channel.
55? Yeah, 55,000.
Oh, I was gonna say 55 views. That sounds about like the best. Yeah.
Crazy.
55K.
That is crazy.
Wow, crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. I actually just had my first video cross 20,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah. Is it that one you were talking about? The
Yes.
Chinese calendar?
No, it's the one about the road plates.
Oh yeah.
Like of all the videos that they're pushing, like why do you keep pushing this one? I hate it. It's like my 7th video. People still watch it.
I wonder
Yeah.
what's causing it to push to the
It's
viewers.
consistent. It keeps getting watched, and so it's that whole YouTube algorithm.
Yeah.
They push it so people watch it, so they push it so people watch it. You know?
Yeah.
It's like it was. I think it has to do with one of my early videos, and I think they push new content creators just to kind of see if
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and they figured out, well, he didn't really catch on, but I guess people are still watching this crap, so we'll just it's like Alex, he has one video that's over 8 million views.
Really?
Yeah. Have you not seen this before on his channel?
Well, I've probably seen the video. I just didn't.
I've probably
pay
seen the
attention to
video.
it.
Just didn't know
It's
it.
not. I don't even think he's in it, frankly.
Which
It's
one?
drive-through. It's a drive-through.
Oh
Lego
yeah,
City.
yeah. I've seen that. Yeah, I remember that. I
Thing
remember
still
when.
gets views.
I remember
Huh.
when that came out. He's changed his city several times since that
Mhm.
video.
Yep.
I'm surprised he didn't do it again.
See, the last video I watched about YouTube telling how their algorithm works, they're saying that it's more about what you watch, and that they're trying to match videos that are the same as what you already like. And I don't know if it's just because I've watched videos about guys that, well, the guys out in Utah that are rescue people's cars break down. Then I watch a guy that's in somewhere in Georgia, and he's got a big machine
Trains in his
shop.
basement. Oh.
Well, no, it ain't.
That's never
Well,
good.
yeah, I watch that guy too. But yeah, this guy's got a big machine shop, and he's always working on what are those cane mills and stuff. And I have no idea why I watch him because every once in a while he goes to the museum there and works on their actual train, steam train. And there's the girls that build the model steam trains, and then there's one girl in Canada that's building a house. I have no idea why I keep watching it, but I keep watching it, and it's just all these crazy things. So I never get it. The things that I get recommended are crazy. They're just all over the place. So I don't know how well the algorithm works. I don't know. I know if you watch,
it does work because you keep watching.
Well, but I watch things. Yeah.
I mean, you just told me I'm watching this girl build this house in Canada. I don't know why. I'm watching it.
I don't know why I keep watching it. And I mean, it ain't like she's. Yeah. It's not like she's not doing something weird. It's just her and her boyfriend are just building this house.
What channel is this? Bikini Builders?
No, that's exactly right. It's not. It's Jenna something, whatever. But yeah, I just don't know how the algorithm is. Honestly, I guess my point really is the fact that what YouTube recommends to me is not what I'm interested in. Right. I get a lot of these crazy things. And then I end up like Jenna Phillips is her name. And she bought this house that was built in the 70s or something. And then all of a sudden I'm watching it. It's like, why am I watching this? But it's one of the few things that's recommended. And then, I can look for, I can search for Lego content or whatever. And I don't know. It seems like over the last 6 months to a year, what YouTube is actually just recommending to me has become less and less interesting to me. And I end up just stuck in watching just things that I know I'm subscribed to. So it's like, I get my subscription notification. So if something new dropped and I watch that and I don't know. I don't think YouTube is as good as it thinks it is, especially for me. It's not recommending things that I just sit down and go, oh, it's great. That's cool new content. Like,
Well, but I would also counter with this. So if you click on something just to start watching it,
Mm-hmm.
go back to the beginning of the episode, right? You're going to watch a 30-second commercial.
Yep.
You're going to decide, I don't want this. You're going to go out, go into something else. You're going to get a 30-second commercial.
That is true.
And maybe there's something there. And, you know, you're
Maybe.
like, well, they're not as smart as they think. No, maybe we're not as smart as we think.
That is a very good point. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I think people are very predictable. I mean, in general. And
You're not
that's
wrong.
been proven. So,
You're not wrong.
Uh,
And that maybe I am not nearly as complicated as I think I am.
I don't think most of us are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we sit in our basements and, well, not Earl, but we sit in our basements and play.
Right. So, all right. Are we ready to get out of here? We're almost 2 hours, 20 minutes. So,
Yeah.
Wow. Crazy.
Yep. This would be one Jabo's glad he missed.
No, I don't think so. All right. Are you going to take us out, Jason?
I can if you'd like.
Yeah, I would love that. Would be great because I have no idea what we would do. I would say
We could just sit here in silence for a few minutes.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty good.
eventually I'll just go ahead and hit this bumper button right here and end it all.
I was getting ready because I didn't know if you remembered.
Well, I remembered.
No.
I remembered. We'll see if I can step up and fill Jabo's shoes. Probably not. But thank you for watching this far in to the episode. If you're still here, we appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no sponsor for today's video, but if you watch the next Bricking News, give you a little teaser, you'll get to see
Oh no!
something new. So tune into that on Tuesday. That one will be on my channel on Jason's Bricks and Five, so you can check that out. And you don't have to wait that long in the episode. That's all I'll say. So if you want to know what he says, you can watch that. But thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
Yep.
And as Jabo says, if you liked it, tell your friends. And if you didn't, tell your enemies.